Let's go now to our studio at the Sandton Convention Center, where Dudu Ramela is standing by. Dudu, you spoke a short while ago to the Public Works and Infrastructure Minister, Xi Jinping, getting a sense of how the summit relates to his department and some of the measures in place to tackle some of the big challenges of infrastructure in South Africa. I understand you're now waiting to speak to Police Minister Bheki Cele.
Absolutely, Tole. And as you can see, the Sandton Convention Center is a hive of activity. So we're going to be giving you, as Newzroom Afrika, even some behind the scenes happening. So you'll see people coming through and in between every now and again on your screens. Don't be shy. It's just showing you the other side of the production. Without wasting any further time, as we have to release our guests, we are joined, Tole, by the Police Minister Bheki Cele, as well as the National Police Commissioner, Mr. Masemula, as well. Thank you very much to both our guests. Organizing an event of this size is no small feat, and it's something that South Africa has done before. But incident-free, all happy with how everything has gone security-wise?
Well, we do have experience to do. Remember, 2010 World Cup was here. Stayed with us longer time, almost a month. Maybe the profile of the teams could not reach the profile that we have today when the whole world at the level of the head of states descends on you. It does give you some sleepless nights, but we have collected together all those experiences. It's not the first time that the BRICS is here. Many other big things that we have organized before, but up to this point we feel very good. We are beginning to file up. I'm told that Indonesia left this morning. Tonight the biggest delegation, I guess, is leaving China. Not out of the woods, as I've said, but up to this point we're fine.
The biggest delegation being China. How big is the delegation?
Well, the figure that we had is that we were about 500 people that were here. But they've got a special aeroplane for cargo only and all that. They've occupied 2 hotels. They've completely taken over those hotels as they are here. But the big story about those hotels is that the presidential was completely changed. They brought their stuff, their beds, their mattresses, their curtains, their carpet, their everything, their cups. There was nothing South African in that particular room, presidential of the President of China. So I don't know what they're going to do, whether dismantle it and all that, but a month before they had to completely change the room, take over the hotels. So that's how big the thing has been.
Sure. Okay, we're going to get into the other delegation in a few moments, but Commissioner Masemula, you've also got the rest of South Africa, which is still going on. So while the Sandton Convention Center is a hive of activity, so is the rest of the country. For criminals who are thinking the police have let their guard down, we've still got Operation Chanela, right?
We still have Operation Chanela going on, especially as we are moving towards the weekend. So all provincial commissioners, as usual, they will be leading operations in their respective province to deal with criminality in those various provinces, and we are continuing. You would recall that by this past Monday we have netted over 109,000 people that have been arrested for Operation Chanela for various crimes, of course including your Zamazamas. So we are going on in the operations about illicit mining in the 6 provinces that are mining provinces is still going on. We are carrying on.
But clearly, you mentioned the delegations that are leaving. I think you mentioned 2 that are leaving this evening, and the rest of the delegations, are they leaving towards the end of the week? Tomorrow is Friday.
Funny, Dudu. Big invitees, they came yesterday. Today, 2 delegations landed this morning again. I'm told that some have already extended their stay. I know that the Russian delegation is extending from here, they'll move to Cape Town. So there are quite several of them that they are extending their stay here, which then is good for the business, good for tourism and all that kind of stuff. But the delegations that of the BRICS per se, that will be your Russia, India, China, ourselves, South Africa and Brazil. Those will be leaving soon. I haven't had anyone extending except Russia, but several of them, they will be staying here. As they have arrived, They came for the dinner last night and the session that is taking place as we speak. And we are also happy that from the side of security, we'll be expanding and following the expansion of the BRICS family. 6 of those countries have joined, already have been announced. Ourselves, we've been working very closely when it comes to security matters with China, the commissioner, together with the directors that are running our university. We're opening the University of Detectives together with China. Here we've been there several times and all. We're sending our students to the universities of China there. The Minister of Police will be here on our pass out come December doing joint. The relationship is very strong. But we do have a relationship with other new countries like your Saudi Arabia. We have some few memorandum of understanding and all that. So it does look good, as it look good for business and other things, but it also look good for us. Yes, the policing.
Right. I mean, what does this do to bolster confidence, right, as we put it to the police commissioner, that you've got South Africans who also want to be made to feel safe? Just how many police officers have been brought out for this particular event?
That's a question we never ask. We never answer how many and all that. But as we have committed ourselves that this kind of safety that the people, our visitors, they feel here in this center, we must be able to expand that to South Africa as a whole. So, as the Commissioner explained with the Operation Chanel and all that, is a new approach. Started it on May the 8th, netted 109,000 people almost in 3 months. We hope removing those people, those bad apples out of circulation will give South Africans the better sense of their security and their safety. It's not going to be easy, but indeed we don't want to go back. We want to use this experience to also accommodate South Africans so that they become our clients, they become the part of safety that we are expanding and creating in the country.
Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola and Police Minister Bheki Cele, thank you very much. Positola, there you have it. So it's not just about making delegates here feel safe, it's about making you and I also feel safe.